Hey there, it's Sunshine, the pink-haired psychic medium, back here again to talk about another amazing topic, psychics. Over the phone or chat? What? Really? Seriously? Am I really even going to be talking about this today? Yes, I am. Yes, you better believe it. Sorry. I have a kitty cat going crazy over here as I'm trying to make this recording. Not helpful. So let's start off first. What do I mean by a psychic reading over the phone, right? So you may call a hotline, right? So maybe you've seen a commercial or something of that nature and you'll call a hotline and you'll reach a psychic. When I was younger growing up, there used to be these commercials for Mrs. Cleo, right? Call me now. Yeah, anybody that's around my age is going to probably remember a Mrs. Cleo commercial, right? So you could call a psychic hotline. You may actually schedule an appointment with a psychic and provide your phone number and they'll call you, right? That means typically when it's done over the phone, right, and just over the phone, that does mean that you're not going to be able to see each other, right? So we are not talking about a video chat. We're not talking about a video conference at this point. We're talking about literally just a phone, picking up the phone, not being able to see them, right? So when I've talked historically about a virtual psychic reading, it includes those that are done over the phone, but not every phone reading includes video. I hope that helps clarify there, right? And so if that's a phone reading, what do I mean by chat, right? There are a number of the psychic websites that allow you to actually chat live with the psychic. And so that means you're maybe on your phone, you're sitting on your computer, you're using your tablet, and you pull that up and you're literally chatting just like you would chat with your best friend, your mom, maybe not your grandpa, because maybe grandpa doesn't know really how to use chat very well, text message back and forth, but that's what it's like. It's real-time exchange back and forth of a conversation. The psychic may have you use a certain messaging platform. So maybe they're using WhatsApp to help. I know for me, I use a program called Slack, right? So I actually will talk with some of my clients over Slack, right? So they may actually use a messaging platform, or wherever they are quote unquote working through may have its own messaging platform attached, right? Once again, neither of you are going to see each other. So we've got this, phone sessions, fabulous for the introvert. Chat sessions, fabulous for the introvert, right? Because you don't have to put your makeup on or be worried about what you look like or anything of that nature. Which begs the question, how else do psychic mediums provide virtual sessions, right? How else do they provide virtual sessions where they're maybe not seeing each other? Because let's be real, I myself am an introvert. And if you were to have told me maybe 15, 20 years ago that I didn't have to go in and find a psychic and sit down at a shop and that I could call them on the phone, maybe not Miss Cleo, I guess I didn't call her, or I could actually do it in another way, I may have received some more sessions, right? But I always thought it was this really kind of complicated thing. So first thing, you could receive a recorded session. That means maybe it's done through video and you can see them, but it could also just be a voice recording or a voice note, right? The benefit, once again, I've said this before, virtual sessions, because they can be recorded, means that you can save them and return to them. You could also have a session that's transcribed. I've done these before in the past. I don't mind doing them, but they're not exactly my favorite. But there are some psychics that love these. And what that means is they'll often use automatic writing to just write down what that message is, what that guidance is, right? Benefit, you can print it out. Right. You can print it out. You can print it out. You could highlight it. You could write a note. You could actually pop it into maybe a binder and keep track of them and look at them over the course of time. Right. If you're like me, I love written word. I'm not the biggest fan of always writing, but I love written word. I love to read things more so than I love to listen or to watch. Right. So for me, that would have been spectacular. And of course, if they're recording them, whether it's audio, video, a transcription, anything of that, email, right? they're going to often be delivering this through email. And so you could even have psychics that provide a virtual service just by answering questions through email. The cool thing about this is you do not have to be inconvenienced with a specific appointment time, right? So yes, there are phone readings, there are chat readings, there's all sorts of virtual readings that do not require you to pretend that you're an extrovert. This is what I'm saying. They're like, yeah, you love this, introvert. This is my guides are saying, like, yeah, you love this. I do. I really do. I absolutely love and adore the option of this. Now, here is the challenge that I've heard. Okay. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The question that I have been asked before is, what happens if I don't like it? What happens if that virtual session is delivered, whether it's over phone, over chat, it's emailed, it's a video, it's an audio recording? What if that psychic medium session is delivered to you and you don't like it? It's not jiving with you. It's not hitting home. What do you do? Well, the very first thing I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell a lot of my clients, and I tell a lot of my clients this, is give it some time. Sometimes the messages do not actually hit for days or weeks in advance. And I'm going to give you a story. The very first psychic that I saw that really hit home for me, I was 16 years old. It was probably around February, right around this time of the year. I'm recording this right at the end of January right now. I sat down and I had a session with a psychic that I met in a coffee shop. And one of the things that she had said to me was that I was going to be traveling very soon and I was going to be going to Egypt. And I thought it was hilarious. I was like, yeah, okay, lady, you're funny. And she's like, I'm seeing pyramids. You're going to be traveling. And I'm like, okay, sure. If you say so, okay. I forgot about it. I totally forgot, right? Like out of my head. There I am, spring break, my senior year of high school, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you've ever been to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and you've ever been around, I can't remember what, it's like the Landings, I think it's called, you will know that their Hard Rock Cafe is in the shape of a pyramid. She saw pyramids. She thought it was Egypt. Lo and behold, it was actually Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So the very first thing that I say is give it some time and wait, right? But if you still aren't satisfied, I'd encourage you to do a couple of things before scheduling your next session. Read any reviews and check that psychic medium's refund policy. Most psychic mediums do not offer a refund due to these sessions being entertainment only, and due to the reason that a lot of times, as I was explaining, the way that these messages actually turn up in our lives are very different than the way they were actually delivered, right? And so you have to really look in and be open to the messages that you're receiving. And if you really are adamant that you don't like it, feel free to reach out to the psychic medium and share your feedback. At least you've given them feedback, and who knows, they may offer you something in return. It just might not be guaranteed depending upon their refund policy. So I'm curious, are you going to try a different format for your next psychic mediumship session? I know I am. I think I'm going to go find somebody right now. I would love an emailed one delivered. And yes, I do use psychics myself. Until next time.